Hi class, and welcome to week 3 of Introduction to Healthcare Delivery Systems. So in this video, I'll briefly be going over the materials provided to you in this week's module, as well as the assignments that are due. So let's get started. First, we have our weekly objectives that are listed. And then below that, I'm going to jump to the assignment for this week. So this week, you have 2 assignments. One is your outline, which, remember, you had chosen your topic back in week 1. And from week 1 on to this week, I am hoping that you've been researching your topic. And so this Sunday, you have your outline due. Now, for this outline, I expect a very detailed outline. Remember, the more detail you include in your outline, the easier the task of writing your paper will be. So before I jump to the second assignment for this week, I want to briefly go over a sample outline. So here we are. Here's a sample outline, and you'll be able to find a sample outline in the assigned course project content page found in the student resource module in our course. All right, so let's get started here. First, I need a thesis statement. Your thesis statement is what allows your reader to know the purpose of your paper. And your aim is to support that thesis statement with credible research throughout your paper. So first, here we have a little intro, your thesis statement, and then you're going to have subheadings, which is going to help your reader, me, to kind of maneuver through your paper and have a clear idea of the areas you're covering in relation to the topic you chose. So make sure that you take the time to brainstorm how you want to lay out your information. You also need to have in-text citations. So this is an example of an in-text citation following the APA writing style, which is the writing format that we follow in this course. This allows me to know what source you used for the information that you're presenting. So always keep in mind that it is very important to give credit where credit is due. So anything that's not of common knowledge, which will be a lot of the information you're presenting in your paper, should have an in-text citation. You definitely want the 1 or 2 in each section to let me know what information was taken from which source. All right, so let me scroll a little further down here. And your references. So you need to have at least 5 references. I'm looking for credible sources. And they do need to be written out following an APA format as well. So the website that I always suggest for my students to use is the Purdue Online Writing Lab APA format that they have. They have a whole section where it goes through your references, in-text citations, and different types of sources, so you know how to format your reference. And I think they've recently added something where you could actually put the information of your source, and they will provide you with the reference already formatted for you to copy and paste into your paper. So it's really up to you how you want to do it. All right, so let me go back to this week's module. I just kind of wanted to touch on the outline a little bit. And you also have a discussion board assignment. So this is using the Navigate to scenario, which was the second learning tool you were supposed to purchase alongside the required textbook for this course. You are assigned episode 1. So this is a virtual scenario. You will view it, but you will not submit any of your answers or your recommendation through the Navigate to Scenario website. You will be posting your recommendation on the discussion board forum dedicated to this assignment. Both assignments are due on Sunday, so keep that in mind. Again, you have your reading assignment for this week is Chapter 7 on outpatient and primary care services. Here is a video lecture on the chapter. And last, we have the weekly to-do list to make sure you complete everything on the to-do list before going on to the next week. So the second content page, as always, has your PowerPoint presentation for the assigned reading, as well as the terms and definitions for the assigned chapter as well. And then some information from the chapter. So here in this little table, we go through primary care, different components of primary care practice, primary care physicians, non-physician primary care providers, and just more information on the topic of primary care and outpatient services. Next is the the videos for this week. So these revolve around the topic of outpatient and primary care. You have one on medical malls. Below that is a short video on the ER. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I look forward to viewing you or reading through your outlines real soon. Please keep in mind to provide detail as much as you want, because it will make the task of writing your paper so much easier. It'll also give me an idea of kind of the idea you have in how you want to present your information. Remember, this step of slowly getting to the step of actually writing your paper is a very important step, because you are brainstorming how you want to lay out your information, and you really want to keep in mind that you want it to be in a logical manner, an easy to follow manner. So when I'm going through it, it kind of makes sense the way you go through the different topics that are related or that you're covering in relation to your main topic. Again, I'm here for you with any questions you may have. Just reach out. You can text me, send me a course message, email me. And if you do email me, text me, or send me a course message and I don't get back to you right away, or I don't get back to you within, say, 24 hours, reach out again. All right? Okay. Take care, everyone. Best of luck. Bye.